Hello everyone. So we're on the last Maydows stream now. So I'm just gonna do what I did yesterday. We've got Total Mayhem, which with that mission that I was having a bit of difficulty with yesterday. Maybe I can complete it today. And then we've got the rest of the Independence Day mission discs because we're now on I think 7. So that would be, I think we did 7. Let me just double check. In fact, you can't see anything, and I might have to annoy my cat just to get the cable. It's alright. You're not being able to see this, but because I've got this cable, she's not happy, so she's immediately attacked my arm like, you can piss off. And she's not, it's more like a light nibble, like, oi, stop it kind of thing, but I'm trying to get the cable because I forgot to put the cable in. And she's just like, nah. Anyway, let me just get you on the right screen. There we go. Okay, so let me just double check the game section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we're on 11. Sorry, we're on 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got 4 discs to kind of do before the end, so that'll be good. What else we gotta say? I think I'll do all the thanks and stuff afterwards. Let's get through this day first, and then I can thank everybody later. Also, thank you to Mayhem for the... Is it Mayhem? Or Mazin? For the follow as well. So let me give you a... Oh, it's not popped up on my feed. Okay. Well, thanks for the follow anyway, but it's not popped on my feed, so I can't do a repeat of that. Right, okay. Let's get on with Total Mayhem then. Now, will this save from last time? I've got all the people there, so it must have done. So it must have this kind of continuous save after every mission, which is good, because it means I don't have to redo it all over again. It does make this part a bit redundant, but okay. Right, do we need to do any upgrades? Nope, everybody's got everything. That's fine. Let's double check everybody's okay for... Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to review this mission again because I'm not sure about this last part.
Solomon Control is located in the old Morrison Institute facility on islands in the heart of now deserted Sangaramond. This is the first time the Resistance has been in a position to free an entire sector from mech control, but it won't be easy. Good luck.
So your first objective will be to obtain the last Solomon failsafe. With this final key, we'll be able to deactivate the field protecting the control pylons. So that's the field I'm assuming in here. Somewhere in the old Morrison Institute is a new power source that the Resistance desperately need you must discover. That feels odd to say. The Resistance desperately needs you must discover. Oh no, sorry, I see, because there's a full stop, I'm just missing it. So the resistance desperately needs, you must discover the location of this technology and bring it back. And then we've got the Solomon control station is located here in the structure. When the 4 failsafes are set in the proper slots, the force field will disappear and Solomon control will be completely defenseless. Destroy it and free all of Solomon. Right, so those 4 things at the front must be the failsafes. Unless I've got to click and drag it over, which is kind of weird because I don't feel like I've done that before. Alright, let's try this then. So first of all, get everybody to change to yellow and then go and take out that big tank, because then that's out of the way. Maybe what I should do is play around with the fail-safes and see whether I can actually get it to do stuff. Then maybe I can move on to the rest of it. So it's up here.
Dumb.
See, that looks like a red colour. Who's got what? Usable items Solomon failsafe. So there's 2. Why are you being dragged back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aha. Okay. So that goes on there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the bluey one? I'm assuming it's this one. So it's a right click drag. And so there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it's like a purpley one. And with that goes. And we need to get the last fail safe. Right, okay. Hello there, Denarian. We're on the last Maydows day today. And I've just worked out what I was having issues with yesterday with this game, so the fail-safe stuff. It was a case of dragging the balls over rather than clicking stuff. Always fun when things change like that, you're not quite sure what you're supposed to have done. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, back this way. This has some fun things to it, but it doesn't half piss me off with the AI not being great. Finally. You'd have to excuse the slowdown, it is running on a 486. And mostly it works okay, it's just when the explosion starts happening. That's when it starts to slow down a little bit. Probably run faster on a kind of Pentium-based 95 system. And you get the benefit of the cutscenes as well. According to what I've been reading.
Yes, sir.
Split you off. you join back with your group again. Oops. So this place got the last the failsafe in here, and then we're gonna go the other end for the power. You can go and press that.
Yes, sir.
The rest of you can move off. What? Sure, you're not supposed to be that level. Wait, what?
Yes, sir.
How did you get down there? Okay, that's bizarre.
Yes, sir.
Did you just get left there? I was sure that I got everybody out of this. Alright, 6, call up the lift again. 1, get on it. Alright, there we go. Five needs refuel. This has a key, so I need to go into that door anyway. once we've got the key, I'm going to redistribute items. Right, who's got what? So 5 has got 7 health packs or med packs and 6 batteries. 3, 4, 3, 3, nothing. 1, 5, 7, 6, 1, 3. So you can give 2 to you. You can give at least 2 to 3. Okay. And just up everyone's power. That was a bit of a waste, but never mind. Where are you going, number 2? I asked you to go through this door, no, not over here. Let's try this again.
Yes, sir.
No, no, that's not what I want. Just go through the door. Thank you. Yeah, apologies. Let me just see if I can turn that down a bit. It's because the it seems to be that when you fire with less than one person, it's less loud, if you see what I mean. So it increases the loudness. Let me just see if I can turn that down. Is that a bit better? I don't know if it is. It's not in my ears because I've got a separate volume control for my ears, so it's loud in my ears as well. It's a bit better for me anyway. Let me know if that's a bit better for you. So we've done this particular mission about 3 times now, or maybe 4 times, just because the first time round I'd only just learned how to play it, and I think I had 2 troops left, and then I just redid it all. So now that I've got a better grasp of the game, I've been able to save my men, if you get what I mean. I think I need to go outside. Still sounds like the game is clipping, but I guess that's because the overlay. Yeah, it's just the way that the game is programmed, I think. Remember when Matt played this years ago? There's supposed to be a CD music, but I guess you do. I have the CD in. I don't know whether I didn't change any options to it not to play the CD. Not that I recall, anyway. Yes, I believe it is. Is it one of those ones where it's CD audio rather than in-game audio? A bit like, so it took me a while to work this one out on my copy of, Monkey Island. They do have CD music, but it's actually from the CD rather than through the game, if you get what I mean. So you'd have to use the audio out, and I think I've basically done that by piping the left and right audio through to the sound cards line in, so that all should go through if it's playing anything. Pretty sure I've got it hooked in. Let me just double check. Oh wait, no I've not. Sorry, no, that's my fault. I don't think I do have it hooked up. I think I took it out because I had to sort out some things. You know, this machine doesn't always, sometimes I've got to reset the power in there. And then I've got to unplug stuff, and then I forgot to put stuff back. I think that's what I've done. Thought I had plugged it in. Did I use it for the Amiga in the end? I wonder why that's why I found that, because it's for the Amiga instead of the... Yeah, right, so I need to buy a new one. That'll be why. So, I think because I got a audio jack to R&L, and I think you used to have that in there, and that's the external CD-ROM drive, and I found one for the Amiga when I changed from SCART plus audio to RGB only, and I was like, oh, I need to do the sound, so I found this cable which was the RGB to audio, and I think that was the one that I was using for the external CD-ROM, which hardly got used anyway, just because I've not had many games whereby it's audio only, so I had no use for it. I think I've swapped it over and forgot about it. So yeah, there you go. That's probably why I've not got it plugged in. And the other thing is, I've had to sort of, with the way this machine is, sometimes what happens is it has this weird power glitch or something. So in order for me to kind of reset it, I've got to unplug the is it the P6 and P8? Oh no, P8 and P9 power and plug it back in again. It seems to fix it. So, touch wood, not had that issue so far in this entire month. So I'm going to need to get another one of those left, right, plus audio cables again. I have one, but it's been changed. I've used it for something else, I think. No audio coming out the headphone pool. Yeah, okay. What's the CPU? I will tell you what it is. That's the specs.
Yes, sir.
Who's out of power? 3 is out of power. Can't tell if it's because it's being 66 megahertz so the video card is slow. I imagine the video card isn't amazingly good, but then again it's okay for 486 I'm assuming. But it's on board, which means I don't have to waste another ISA slot. And I don't really have so much space for it anyway. Where has this been? Oh, I can see it. Worst bit is when they're kind of hiding just about there. You can't see them. Have I seen the magazine ads for this game? Nope. Everyone's just running out of power now. Luckily I've got enough batteries for everyone. Actually, let me go through it first. I can't remember whether not doing so will cause an issue with the keys. Advertising campaign used the multiplayer component as a selling point, in particular towards the fans of Crusader No Remorse, which is what this reminds me of so much. In fact, it's like almost like a cross between that and Syndicate is another thing to think about with the way that they've got the with this bit of the bottom set up and how that never had a multiplayer. I haven't seen a multiplayer in this. Yeah, this is the first time I've come across it. I only came across it because of XO13X. That's it. There we go. But I hope everybody's had a good Maydows this year. I certainly have, from the times I've been able to stream this year, which has been a bit less than last year. But I did complete Star Trek Klingon, which was actually a really nice, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, it was a really nice FMV. Quite liked how it was done. It wasn't as frustrating as well. Some FMV games are just notorious with the quick time events and stuff, but Star Trek Klingon was quite nice in that sort of not so bad of having to repeat stuff, and I did like the whole being able to stop and click on things, because it did help in certain situations. Although I only got to disc 2, I didn't get to disc 3, so I'm assuming there was probably another part of the story that I didn't see or I missed or something like that. I will have to play Star Trek Borg at some point. It's funny, some of the things I would have streamed for this had I not given up streaming because of drama harassment. Some of the Windows 3X games actually run on Wine on here when I don't bump into unimplemented routines in Wine's own kernel 386. I'm dreading the day that I actually need to compile PCEM and go through the arduous process of setting up PCM, manually installing 622 and 311. Yeah, I've been using Wine for, I just bought a laptop for my self-employment work, and there's a programming language called GL Basic for gaming stuff, and it works quite well in Wine, which is quite nice, considering the last time I tried Wine was back in 2004, and it wasn't massively well supported as far as I remember. But it's improved a lot since then. In terms of little games for Linux systems, I usually install Kobo Deluxe, which is such a nice little game, nice little arcade game. When we're going, got that one done, so it's back to the top. So someone should have a failsafe. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we need to go into the red door. That funny woodblock sound when you collect things. Don't. Yeah, it reminds me of something. Can't think what. When you, cause it's when you start to hear it over and over, it's like I've heard it somewhere else before, but I can't think of where I've heard it. I'm usually quite good at picking out when they've reused certain sound effects. Like yesterday when I was at I went over to Daedalus's stream, who was playing Populous the Beginning. Bullfrog reused. Well, I say used one of the things that, what was it? Oh, the when you have the vampire in Dungeon Keeper, and there's that kind of churchyard bell sound. They've reused that, and they'd also used these balloons for attacking, which looked very much like the balloons you used in what's the game? Magic Carpet. Sound you'd hear in a version of X or XR. Never heard an XR, I don't think. Or maybe I might have done. You might be right, I'm just trying to think of... Maybe. I need to complete Exile. I am close to completing it, but the walkthrough that I used just did not know where to go next. Right, you got rid of you because you're an annoying git. Especially when I'm working on this side here. And again, like I said yesterday, thank God for the keyboard controls for the small bits around here where it doesn't respond properly. Six is out of power. Oops, didn't want to do that. You accidentally blew up some money. Yeah, I got 4 and 5.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get rid of and then I'm gonna go this way. Even though I probably don't need to. Probably finish it now because I've already got the failsafe. No, I know how to do it, but but at the moment I'm not quite sure when. Probably just get lost if I try and do that. And the only other times I've had to split it up in a kind of way is, you know, when you've had to use, on this level I think it is, it was the one where you've got the lift, where someone's got to up the lift and everybody else has got to get on it, and then they go downstairs and there's another switch, so you can switch it the other way. So I've kind of done a split, but for doing a mission where I take one group down one side of the map and leave one group on the other, I've not done that. I suspect there's probably going to be a mission where I'm going to have to split those up, but I've got a feeling I'm going to mess that up because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. But I suppose as long as the enemies aren't relentless, I should be okay with it. No, this way. Yeah, that door completely confused me the first time I used it. I'm like, what the hell? Why would I need that door? But then again, at that point, I was trying to figure out how the fail-safes worked. I think this is bugged. So I'm guessing that door was an easy, quick way back out again, but it's not performing correctly. And it's causing a slowdown massively. Let's hope that it's not going to break the game. I'm not sure what the resource collectibles are for. I'm assuming it's just part of the cache. You know, so you can spend in the armory. Now I've got an issue because oh, don't tell me it's messed up now. They're definitely in the building. It just doesn't know what to do with it, does it? I don't know what to do now. I just spent an hour trying to get this mission done. Tried to go out through the secret entrance that they provided, and it's almost like the characters are clipping through everything. Oh, we get some speed back again, just barely. Oh, thank God. Three is out of power. Less than a minute left before the ads start. Okay, when we come back, we will put the last failsafe in and cross fingers that we can actually get through this, so back soon.
I command you. Okay.
What do you be wanting me for? Well, this'll stop 'em, to be sure.
This looks interesting. I'm ready.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Holstead here.
If you want.
With honor. Eagle, be my eyes.
Hello, welcome to my store. Here you can buy supplies with your party. Do you want to sell this?
Right, I keep forgetting to turn the headphones on. So recently, past couple of days, I've had some weird issue whereby if I put the USB sound device on, it will echo my microphone, which is kind of weird. Most people have said that this has never happened before, so I'm not quite sure what the hell's going on there. And I have had a reboot since then, and that hasn't fixed it, so I don't know what the issue is there. But anyway, everything else should be back on. So, lining is in, my voice is on, cool, right, don't exit the game, please. So, last failsafe, we've got all the others in now that I know how that works. Who's got the last one? There we go. Oops. Right click. Yay! I believe we just blow up these. That's the last. The last mission objective. There we go. Only took me about 3 attempts. Technology, we've got disruptor grenades, plasma grenades, the pulse ion, its power unit, and its modified version of the simpler ion field unit, which utilizes rapid field pulses to store twice as many energetic particles in the same space. The increased storage effectively doubles the power storage capacity of the unit. We've got a blue laser module, which increases the effective strength of the laser to take on more heavily armoured mechs. Excellent. Let's go and do upgrades. In here, let's buy. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. That's stupid. Buy 1. I don't know why it's giving me 2 already. There we go, that's better. What I wanted to do was do. So the blue gives me 1525. And the yellow gives 2540. Why am I buying blue? Alright, fine. Buy 2 more of these. Next mission. Finally. What we got?
After your success in the Solomon sector, the High Command has decided to assign the 108th to the more strategically important Valence sector. Once a borax harvesting operation, Stromley has been turned by the mechs into a small forward base. Stromley is the key to opening operations in Valence and must be neutralized.
So we've got the Stromley is currently being used by the mechs to store precious trace elements used in their manufacturing. Destroying these will cripple their ability to reinforce the sector. The central command area of the Stromley lies within these caves. You must eliminate the mechs here to prevent Stromley from recovering. We must cripple the defenses, destroy our exterior tanks. To conceal our offensive strength, all exterior long head class mechs must be eliminated, leave no survivors. So basically just kill everything really, isn't it? This sort of gives me a throwback in a way to UFO Enemy Unknown with the way that the this is laid out. Blues and lazy much stuff must have been coming from upstairs. Sneaky tank that appeared there. Now we're getting into very maze-like sections. Hello there, McCall. I remember playing the demo of this and just having fun destroying it. It does have that nice kind of destroy factor, but sometimes I'm like, what's the point apart from destroying stuff? It's not like I've seen anything that will, you know, any pickables from destroying it. Otherwise, I'd just go around destroying things, and I'm just like, I don't really want to waste my ammo. The only other time that it's beneficial is the big round things that cause a lot of damage. So if there's a mech near that, that's always a good idea for that sort of thing. But other than that, it's just like these things here. So I think that's done in this section. Because we'd already done... T-Mech, I'm sure that's on the Sega Saturn. I'm sure I might have it. Or am I thinking of Amok? Give me a second, let me just check out. So I have on my phone, in order to keep track of all the games, so when I'm going out to sort of places like in the UK here we've got the video game market, so basically go and buy lots of retro games, and in order for me to check where I'm up to with the games, I've got something called Game Eye, which means I can list everything and quickly go at a glance if I've got it or not. Let me just double check what I've got on the side. That's Amok. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Game War is the other one that I'm thinking of. I don't think that's the same thing. No, I don't have anything. The only T I've got in here is Tomb Raider. What are you doing? Go upstairs, you stupid idiots. For fuck's sake. I didn't cause that explosion, so I don't know what did. Oh, Wikora, if you're wondering why this is a bit slowish, it's because I'm on an actual 486, so that's the specs I'm running at the moment. Because it's my Windows 3.11 machine for Maydows. So we'll do another, say, 40 minutes of this, and then we're going to go and finish off the Independence Day mission discs, and that'll be it for this year for Maydows. I'll probably come back for next year's Maydows and finish this off. I don't know whether I'm going to do it as the main game or not, as I really wanted to finish off Police Quest SWAT, but like I said, the only issues I had with it was trying to save. And the last thing I want to do is having to replay it all over and over and over, when it's a frustrating game sometimes anyway. So, So that's kind of what put me off a little bit. But it was good when I played it again for the second time. When you kind of get how to do certain things, especially slicing a pie, it makes things a lot easier in some respects. So that's the other section of that room. Let's see what's down here. Oh, we outside. I was wondering why that got a bit weird. Or did I just fall through the floor? Wait, what? I came in through here, and then walked this way, and suddenly I'm now... Now I'm back on here, so I'm not on the floor. Is this glitched or something? Because that looks a bit weird. Perspective. Okay, sod it, just go up here. Here's a question for you, chat. So, we've all played sort of clones or rip-offs of other games, so arguably we say it's a kind of a mix between Crusader and Syndicate, and there was some other game I thought of. But there is a lot of fun to it, and I can see the whole, you know, blowing things up and causing lots of carnage, and that's what I quite like about this. What other games have you played that's kind of a rip-off but you kind of enjoyed it? If that's probably the best question. I'm trying to think of any other rip-off games I've played that are quite had a fun about. Gender Wars. Don't think I've heard of that one. No, the game, not the actual... So I just typed in Gender Wars and it came up with the other type of Gender Wars. It's like, no, I'm talking about the game. Yeah, that looks similar to what I'm playing at the moment. That's an interesting one. Is that DOS based? DOS by GT Interactive and Sales Curve. 96. port for the PlayStation was in development, but was cancelled. Oh, okay. Did I go this way or not? No, because there's nothing there. Right. Does Fury 3 count as a rip-off game because you can... Yeah, I don't know, because a lot of people have differences on that one. Because I would argue it's more like kind of terminal velocity for Windows. And I've heard some people say it actually isn't. But, I mean, it's been made by the same people anyway, so... I don't know whether you could call it a rip-off. You can play all the maps in Fury 3 instead of terminal velocity, that's nice. Yes, I've seen F-Zone, that looks interesting, because that's in, that is on, I think that's on Exo Win 3X actually. Yeah, it is, because I remember seeing it. I'll have to have a look at that at some point. Same engine as terminal velocity, but a different hard-coded status bar, palette transparencies. And the one thing I do like about it as well is it works well with the Microsoft Sidewinder, because I've played that a couple of times and it's such a nice game to play with it. I do need to play some more games with that Sidewinder that I've got. I'm quite happy I bought it now. So the Sidewinder I've got is not a force feedback, it's just a standard 3D Precision Pro, but it's still really nice feel. And the weirdest game I've played with it is Big Red Racing, because it picks up on the analog. And I've just walked around in a massive circle, I think. No, I haven't. That's good. Okay, that's okay. Just looks like I walked around in a circle. Right. I think I remember seeing Artyom Havoc play some of the MechWarrior games with the Sidewinder. Specifically 3, I think he played. I don't know if you could do that with MechWarrior 2 though. Oh, you can shoot at me through the top, but I can't shoot at you. I think that's the worst thing, when you get shot at behind these bits, you can't see who's shooting at you. Come on, get in. There we go. Okay, 2. I need the med kit. Cool. Go over there. No, out of the door, please. Thank you. Fury 3 is the only Windows 3.11 if you have Win32s installed. Otherwise, it's a 95 native. Yeah, I got 32 on here. I think, if I remember rightly, because it doesn't. I can't remember which one came with the game. It was either WinG or Win32, because one of them came with free cell, I think. Oh, this needs a key. Do I have a key? Not injured. Nobody's got a key. Great. Six is about to run out of power. Ah, that's where you are. So I have to come up this way. I don't think I've come up this way yet. Give 6 power. Give 4 power. Give 2 power. Gold, that's good. Still not seeing the keys though. Unless there's one sitting outside on the floor like last time. Five is out of power. really making me search for stuff in this particular map. So using enemies are trying to shoot you through walls, obviously. Yeah. Nothing in here. What is separated? Out.
Yes, sir.
One is power, 3 is power. Right, 45 minutes before we move on to Independence Day mission discs. Finally get that finished. Oh, it's a waste of time to come up here. How can you get stuck on there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it's the most annoying thing apart on this here. And 6. Over here, thank you. 6. There we go. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. The map says there's something up here. No? Okay. So I need a green key. I've not found any keys so far, unless they've hidden it behind the wall, which they have done stuff like that before. But I'm pretty sure search. That's one more place to have a look. What on earth is that? Not seen one of those before. I've got a secret downstairs floor thing here. No switches. Am I missing something? Six is out of power. So I've got no key. Let me just double check. Yeah, I've got no key. I'm pretty sure I've searched everywhere. There's an enemy over here. I searched in. I don't think I've searched in this particular building. I'll have to go round again now. I must have come around here anyway. The capture dot. Oh, right, okay, hang on a minute. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Don't know why the capture died. Unless it's getting too warm in here. It's okay. This way. Down. No keys anywhere. I see no switches, no keys. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Let me just double check. Don't accidentally pick one up and forget about it. Nope, nothing. Unless there's something in the building that was, you know, one with a weird perspective, where I thought I was on the floor when I wasn't. That would be... Is it around here? That's weird, you can't get around there. Unless it's up and round on this level. So I think we tried to get in at this point, and then I got confused. Let's see what happens here. This looks familiar. Was it here? Was it? Let's have a look. I'm up on the roof now. Oh, there is any point being up on here. My guys are gonna run out of power before I even find what I'm trying to look for. Yeah, we've been here as well. I'm confused. I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be going next. Pretty sure I've found everything. I don't see, like I said, I don't see any switches for that other, but up here. This I couldn't get into because the lock was there. This was just one building, if I remember correctly. The only thing I can think of is they've been hiding stuff behind. Maybe that's why the total annihilation thing. See if there's anything there. Nope. I have no idea. Right, well, I'll have to come back to this at some point. I don't know what I'm doing on this map. I have an idea that I need to pick stuff up, but I just can't see where it is unless I know I've not gone in which direction. I can't remember. It was I think I didn't go down here, but I didn't see anything to pick up. Nothing on the floor that I can see there. I don't know what I'm missing. I need a switch and a key, but I can't find either. So, yeah. Right, we'll come back to this next Maydows, I think. Certainly. Right, okay, so that I've got another ad starting in about less than a minute, so I'm gonna get off for about 3 minutes. When we come back, we will do some more of the Independence Day discs. We did President Whitmore, Dave's Computer, and Steve Hiller, I think, yesterday. Did we do Alien Navigator yesterday, or was it just this lot? I can't remember. So that's what we'll do next. And then we'll finish off Maydows with sort of a big thanks to everybody, and yeah. So give me 3 minutes, I'll be back in a minute. Right. Okay. Line in, that's on, that's off. Excellent. Right, okay. So let's have a quick recap of these discs. If I remember correctly, so we started off with a Supreme Commander, and that was something to do with finding Earth and then sending the fighters off. And you had to do it a certain way. Then we got to the Science Officer, that was splicing together species to help with your biosuit or something like that. I think that was it. The Warrior Alien was the one where you had to put together the weapons. So that was very much a play around with it until you know which combination it is, as far as I remember. Alien Navigator, I think, was... I quite like that one, because that was... You're behind the Supreme Commander, so you can see his desk, where you would have been when you played his game. And then you can kind of look around the ship, and you basically take control of the Earth satellites by clicking on them, and then you've got the alien numbering system, which you've got to remember. So let's say that in order to take over the satellite, the number was 375. You had to kind of look at the alien numbers and see which one corresponded to the 5 and the 7. It's easy to write that sort of stuff down. I think that's what I did in the end. I basically just clicked all the alien numbers to see what they would correspond to and just wrote it down somewhere to make it easier. Then we get to Captain Stephen Hiller. That was Will Smith's character, and it was the scene in the film whereby they've got the captured alien craft and they're trying to work out how to maneuver it, but the way it's done in this part is you use plugs to plug it in, and then you do this numbers game thing whereby it shows you the alien numbers. You got to work out which English or Romanic numbers, Earth-based numbers they are in comparison. Dave's computer is Jeff Goldblum's character. It was the one where basically you just had a big screen of the computer itself, and then you had to do things like match up the satellite with the frequency. You had to do this kind of cryptographic game of matching the frequency, and it's like that sort of wavy line thing with their wavy line thing, very similar to the idea behind the cryptographic sequencer in Batman Arkham Asylum, but a lot more basic. Then there was the uploading of the virus and things like that, and then President Whitmore was just basically the scene in the film where they blew up the ships with the nuclear devices, and it's just like a DEFCON 1 type room. So President Whitmore was played by, is it Bill Pullman? I think that's his name. So next one we've got to do is disc number 8. Let's get that installed. Yes, there is a whole mission about Dave's computer. It's just small. I think it's just small mission disc to... I don't know whether it came out before the film or during the film. I think it's just promo stuff. But they were playing around with Macromedia at the time. I don't know whether it's Director or Shockwave or something like that, but that's basically what we're doing with it. So this is the Alien Tacker installation program. I can't remember how you got the mission discs. Was it through cereal boxes or something? Let me just double check. So according to this, site that I'm going to put on now, so you can see what somebody said. Independence Day's toys are not the same quality. So these look like toys that they had. You can see the discs with the toys. Each disc has a little mini game on it, sort of related to the toy and depicting a different bit of the film's story. The hardware requirements for ID4 games are modest, even for 96. You'll need Windows 3.1, a 386 processor, 4 MB of RAM, 1.5 MB of hard drive space, a graphics card supporting 640x480 256 colours, and a sound card for full impact audio is what it says at the back. And it goes through all the mission list, but I'm not going to spoil it for myself, so that is on there if you want to have a read of that. Oh. Damn it. Oh, it's fine, it's there. Function 2 page forward, energy monitor, information, power down. Function keys 1 to 4. Data screens. Page forward, page back. Alien attack and specifications, dimensions 16 meters by 8 meters, wingspan is 16.66 meters, gross wing area is 114.37 meters squared, weight, normal takeoff weight is 14,395 kilograms, maximum takeoff weight unknown and untested. Power to possible energy sources, unknown derivation of cold fusion, broadcast energy perception ? Maximum thrust observed 180,000 pounds, internal fuel unknown. Performance, maximum level speed, high level observed, max 6.2, maximum level speed, low level observed, Mach 2.07, combat ceiling, 50,000 feet, combat radius, attack unlimited observed, the radius fighter unlimited observed, unrefueled ferro range unlimited. Shields 3 muon phase synchronized source emitters for onboard shield generation. Peak load 576 megawatts. Powered by 6 clusters, each consisting of 7 16.3 mu phase synchronized amplifiers. Yeah, attack ordnance, dual inline omnidirectional quadruport multi-burst plasma blasters. Maximum effective tactical range 3.2 kilometers. 2 ventral pylon array graviton pulse generators or disruptors. Maximum effective tactical range 1.7 kilometers. Threat assessment, tracking, targeting, electromagnetic radiation system, tatters. That's it. Is this it? Assuming this is it. So I don't know what else I'm doing on this. Yeah, it looks like this is it. Alright, fair enough. Bit of a lackluster disc there, but I suppose if you're promoting the film, I was just expecting a game out of it. The FA-18 fighter installation program. So we've had 4 alien stuff, 3 human-based stuff, and now we're going into vehicles. I'm just trying to think of what toy that would represent, because obviously they'd have the Fightercraft toy, F-18 toy. What else would they put in? You think they'd put the crop duster in as well? Wasn't expecting this screen to come back up. Unless we're looking at the alien's point of view. FA-18 Hornet specifications: length 17.07 meters, 4.66 meters in height, wingspan 11.43 meters, gross wing area 37.16 meters squared. Hello there, cat fan. Just looking at Independence Day mission discs from back in the day. Weights empty. 10,433 kilograms. Normal takeoff weight 16,769. Maximum takeoff weight 23,540 kilograms. Maximum external weapons load 7,710. Power 2 General Electric F404 GE402 turbofan. Maximum thrust 71.2 kilonewtons. Internal fuel 4,925 kilograms, external 3,137 kilograms. Performance Mach 1.7 maximum speed, maximum level speed, Mach 101. Combat ceiling 50,000 feet, which is the same as the other one. Combat radius attack 1,065k. The fighter is 751k. Unrefueled ferry range 3,706k. Ordnance loads air-to-air missiles. We've got the AIM Sidewinder and the AIM 7F Sparrow. Air-to-surface AGM Maverick and the Harm. Ordnance loads. Lots of Mark 82. I'll leave you to read all that. Got the Blue 95 FAE-2, AGM Walleye, and the Walleye Data Link Pod. I'm guessing that's when it sprays the They call it spraying the paint for laser sight. I'm guessing that might be, perhaps. The Hornet stores options, sidewinders. That's air-to-air missile, I believe. Maverick, Walleye. Harpoon anti-ship missile. A B-57 tactical thermonuclear bomb. Durandi anti-runway weapon. I thought you were listing off the budget of the US military. No, this is the F-18 that they had in the film. Practice dispenser. Laser spot tracker strike camera, is that it? Aim 7 Sparrow, we've seen that. Harm radar, anti-radar missile, gun port, the Vulcan 20mm cannon with 570 round ammunition drum. Forward looking infrared. Mark 84 2,000 pound low drag general purpose bomb. And more POMs there. POMs bombs. A lot of information there for Hornet. Rocket pod. And that's it. I think that's it for this particular. Yeah. Hello, Denarian. That's mission disc 9 done, 2 more left. And if Kinikos is still here, I will show off Dave's computer for you. After we've done 11. The Alien Bomber Installation Program. I'm guessing that's the other shit then. Trying to think what the alien bomber looked like. Because I don't recall it, because I remember all the fighters, and then you had the mothership. I don't recall the bomber. Unless they're talking about the ship they used at the end, the one that was the captured one, and they put a rocket launcher on it. It's probably just marketing thing, Kinikos. You, an alien pilot, have been chosen for duty aboard a light bomber. To determine the level of your usefulness, you must submit to a simulation. Avoid contact with the puny human fighters. The shields of your craft will absorb impacts, but repeated impacts will result in shield failure. The light fighter bomber has only enough power to fire beams or bombs, not both. You must use skill and cunning to succeed and advance. Controls. What? Whoa, hang on. You didn't even give me enough time. Fucking hell. Oh, it's mouse driven, okay. Feels very much like the LCD games from back in the 90s. Here we go. Green bar switch combat modes, blue bar simulation controls, red bar press and hold to study targets. Explosion sound is someone making noises with the... Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Because I know which ones are bombable. And then when the fights come in, I've got to kind of switch to the other. Have I got those to do? Okay. Is that it? No, got this one. And there's 4. Success, you're promoted to scout. Prepare for simulation difficulty level 2. Would have been nice if they gave me a bit of time to read what I needed to read. What we got? Okay, switch weapons. We're to Talon, difficulty level 3. I'm gonna give you 2 fires, so it's kind of a bit easy. Because as soon as the 2 fires are gone, that's it, you can just start bombing everything. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, the one problem with it is it's very, even on my 486, it's very not 100% responsive, and it's kind of slow sometimes. This one. Where's the last one gone? There. Talon leader. What I'll do is I'll take out this bottom section first and then switch back. Pull back, stupid thing. It would not pull back at all. Puts me a bit better. Same shield level losser. Oh, missing one, that one. So a bit better on the shield levels so far, I think. Take out these three. Too late, loot your stuff. Blade wing. I think this will circle back. Yep. Ah. No. Let's mess that up. Those 3. I did click a couple of times before it registered. No, don't want to get hit again. Gonna go for now. Hope to catch you doing this and be this week. Yep, no problem. Thank you for popping in, Kinnikos. Definitely will be. I'm thinking of doing doing 2 main games this year. I'm thinking of doing Ultra Bots. Somebody suggested a while ago, and what was the other one? Blood Bowl is the other one I'm thinking of doing. Back. Oh, but that was unfair. Right, we're gonna quit this one. We've seen it pretty much anyway, so it's a little slow to play around with, to be honest. It's okay, but like I said, it reminds me a lot of the LCD games. Last mission disc. No problem, see you later. What we got is the last one. Area 51 installation program. Urgent transmission to the Commander Area 51 from the President. We must now successfully launch the alien fighter. Unfortunately, I know you are short-handed there. Private Jones will blindly follow all the commands you chose, so choose carefully. The world is in your hands, Commander. Commands. Launch ship lights on. Drain tank, raid ship. Open doors, load ordnance. Open doors? Got to load ordnance into a hole. President from Major General Fredrickson. Sir, a large thermonuclear explosion has engulfed Area 51. We can only assume all personnel are lost. The commander was probably trying to load ordnance in the dark, like he did last year in an explosion at Fort Riley. I knew I should have had him tested. Okay. Yeah, redeem. Right, maybe turn on the lights is probably an idea. Lights on. What happens if I drain the tank? Race ship. Right, now load ordnance. That would make sense. Open doors, because we don't want to launch a ship with the doors closed. Launch your ship. To Commander Area 51 from President, congratulations, the launch was successful, the alien threat's been eliminated. You are now promoted and will report for duty on a Joint Chiefs of Staff Monday in Washington. Congratulations. So there you go, that is all 11 discs for Independence Day. I mean, for 96 it wasn't too bad. I mean, I suppose you could have made actual games, but if you're promoting the film and obviously Macromedia, I think it... How long had Macromedia been out at that point? Founded in 92. Defunct, 2005. But I don't know specifically what that was, because Flash it's saying that Macromedia acquired Future Wave software makers of Future Splash Animated from 97. It was talked about Dreamweaver in 96. Who was director? It could be director, maybe it's something specifically. Because director was Shockwave, wasn't it? Can't remember. Not 100% sure on that one. We've got ads starting in 9 minutes. So I'm going to snooze those as much as I can. Because then I can get you all off to another... Right, okay, so that is it for this year's Maydows. It's been a good one. I just wish I could have streamed a bit more stuff or a bit more days, but I've been busy with being self-employed, so that's kind of taken time sometimes, especially when days where my Canada client sort of asks me for stuff, which happens to be anywhere between 4 and 7, so that means that things end up not happening or whatever, so it's just the way it is at the moment. But yeah, it's been good. We started off with Star Trek Klingon, that got done in about a couple of days. Then we did Police Quest SWAT, which was a pain in the backside, but I can see the appeal of it in some ways from back then. It's very police procedure, and that's what Police Quest has been all about. And then when I picked up Independence Day discs and saw Total Mayhem, I decided to have a look at that. So next year I'm probably going to carry on with Total Mayhem. I will investigate Police Quest SWAT and see how you save it. It could be a bug somewhere. I know that apparently on the DOS version, you had to install certain folders before it would save. So I don't know whether it's a 3.1 thing or I don't know. Something just off with it. I don't know what it is. The other thing I found from last year is I actually got it to, let me just see if I can find, give me a moment. Yeah, so in here, there was the disk access. It wasn't using 32-bit, and if I remember rightly, if you don't have it, or at least mine anyway, if you don't have it on 32-bit, and I've got a 2 gig hard drive, so what DOS does is it will install, doesn't care because it knows it's got enough space. But what I found with Windows 2.11 was it seems to only go up to about 50 meg or something like that, and then goes right and full now. And it's like, well, you're not full, because you can. It still reports how big it is and how much free space it is, but it doesn't seem to want to add any more on. But since I turned that 32-bit disk access, I've been able to install a lot more stuff on here, which is great. And I've been able to see that you can't get anything. This is the full amount of program groups you can have. You can't have any more than this. So then that's why we've been using the games directory to add things to here. So I need to have a cleanup of this at some point and get that so that it will look a bit better. I've also, this year also a lot more people have, a few more people have got involved, which is cool. So let me go through, I'll probably miss some people, but let me go through the Discord on Retro Computer Events, and I'll start thanking people. So thanks to Carsenemy, who's done stuff. Who is this person? I hate it when I can't see the on Discord where they've put first letter and then ... because I can't see who it is. But they've got the Twitch name. But Chunky Code Monkey, thank you for the stream. There was that Michael, the Michael thing who did Deadless Encounter, Deet, and I think the Hook did one as well. Because I remember the Hook was doing, was he doing, at one point he put Windows 3.0 on an Amiga sidecar. So the sidecar would have been, was it the sidecar or was it a system on a chip? I can't remember which one it was. So I think that the Amiga on like the ones where you could put the big expansion board in, I think he had a 486 on a system, and then you could use an emulator to install stuff onto it. So he went and did that for a little bit, and then he started doing, I think he went real hardware after that. Yeah. Who else did stuff? I think that's about it. Someone's using observation deck, and I'm not quite sure what that was. I'll have to check that out later, because I've not been as observant of other people. I've tried to be as observant as I can, but like I said, I got so busy this month, so I didn't get to see everybody's stuff. But yeah, thanks to everybody who did that. Thanks to everybody who wanted to turn up, and thanks to everybody who's come by and had a watch. And like I said, next year I will try and be a bit more proactive. I've got the website up, that's Maydows.com. I'm still doing stuff with it, and you still need to fix the Twitch issue. So I was trying to get it to search for Maydows, so that there was a you can click on something that says streams, and what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to search for the word Maydows, and then if there's more than one person, it will randomize which one it will pick, and it will just go straight to that person. And if it's one person, it'll go straight to them. But at the moment, I don't think it's working properly, because I think for some reason Twitch API took out that search option. So that was kind of weird. And I've also been playing around with the idea of trying to see if I can get a online Minesweeper game, which is kind of working in some respects. So I can click things and right click things, and it will do what I want it to do, but I need to put the game logic in. So that's probably going to come out next year now. I think there's an example on the site already. Did I put one example on there? Give me a second. Sweeper. Yeah, I'll show you what I've got so far. Yeah. So if I do so you can go to this page anyway, it's not there, but if you put Minesweeper PHP in front of Maydows, all this does is that at the moment. I do have an offline version that's a bit more better than this. And then you can right click and it'll cycle through that. This doesn't do anything, just does the little face. So I'm still playing around with that offline. Like I said, it'll probably be out next year by this point because I'm kind of busy with other things. And then, what else am I doing? Let me just double check what I put on for events. Because I think I'm back to normal after today. Yeah, schedule, okay. So, we're in May, Maydows, so we've got June and July, which is just going to be normal, normal streams. August, hopefully August or Amiga August will be back, so I'll be doing that. September we'll be doing a, should we say, a switch. So instead of Amiga, we'll be going Atari ST. Hopefully, I still need to have a look at my Atari ST and find out what cat blue. I know there was one because I could smell a really fishy smell, which dissipated quite quickly. But the Amiga, not the Amiga, the Atari ST still kind of ran. And then I've got the Let's see where I've put it. So I've got this little memory board for the Atari ST that I'm putting together. I want to get up to about 2.5 meg. And the good thing about that is it'll increase the amount of games I can play, including games like Grandad. Grandad being a point-and-click adventure. And I first found about that, I think, through Ashens. So I think he was playing Grandad 2. So it'd be good to be able to play a bit more games on that. And I'm thinking maybe the main game for that should be Hunter, because somebody's already suggested for it, so we'll do that. That's September. October might be horror-based, I don't know. We'll have to see. November, I'm going to try Goatee's Game of the Year event. That'll go throughout that. And in December, we've got December. So like I said, Taquini Course, I'm thinking of doing Blood Bowl and Ultra Bots for that one. I don't know if I'm going to do any random game stuff. I might do Blood Bowl instead of the random game stuff. We'll have to see how it works. It was just because it was either I could do it as a main game or I could do it as a offshoot kind of thing, and I really wanted to play it, so I thought, so that I'll just do 2 in 1 month, and then that gets them both out of the way. So that is pretty much what's coming up. What I usually do on my normal days is Monday is Amiga Monday. There is Tuesday, which is RPG stuff. Currently playing Exile Escape from the Pit. Then we've got Fridays, which is RTS Fridays. Currently I'm playing Mr. Fallen Lords, and we are fairly close to finishing that one. And then Sundays is Death Trap Dungeon. Although I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow. In fact, I'm probably not going to stream for the rest of the week now, because I know I'm going away for a week. And I've just done a week of streaming just to get Maydows a bit more, because I've been, like I said, I've been a bit lax with it this year. So I kind of wanted to get a whole week done. And yeah, so I think I will not stream now until... Give me a second, let me just check my calendar. I'm going to take next week off streaming. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. So I'm not going to stream now until the 9th of June. And then we just go back to what we're doing normally. So that'll give me about a week and a day to recuperate. Plus, like I said, I'm away for work. I'm going off to Basel in Switzerland from Wednesday until Sunday. So, yeah. Yeah, so I won't be streaming again until the 9th now. Yeah, so that is it for now, I think. So, thanks everyone for popping in. Thank you again for everything what we're talking about. Thanks for popping in, thanks for taking part in Maydows. Thanks for having a bit of an interest in Maydows. See you all next year for Maydows, because obviously I'll do it again next year. Hopefully I might do some merch as well. I was thinking about it this year, but I just never got around to it. I'll be streaming again from the 9th of June, so in about a week and a day. And we'll be just doing normal stuff. And I think that's it for now. So let me put the end screen on before I forget. Because I've been doing that, forgetting that regularly for now. Is that the, no, that's just starting, that's not the... This one, this is the last one. Right, let's see who's available. Let's see if anybody's doing Maydows today. Nobody's doing Maydows, no problem. Let's see who's doing what. Get the raid channel up. Let's go and raid Spiderware, who's doing Jackpot Games. He's on the blather round apparently. What's he playing? Can't remember what the game is. But it's Jetbox TV. Start that raid. Okay, again, see you all soon. See you all on the 9th, and until then, bye.